guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another weekly weigh-in. Plus, we're going to talk about our March goals. Going to talk our February wrap-up, which was not very... Okay, we're going to dig deep today, you guys. So let's talk about how this week went. This was probably the first week since the restart of my journey, or like the rededication to my journey beginning of January, that I was not all in. It was such an emotional, like just hormonal, crazy week. So I started my period on Sunday-ish. It was like towards the end of Sunday. And then Monday was terrible. I had the worst cramps. It was all the things. I was just an emotional basket case. And just throughout this whole week, I've been so up and down. It really helped the days that I was filming, just because I was able to get on camera and just find some positive things to talk about, because the whole rest of the week, I just felt so just down and up, down and up. So I know it's completely hormonal related to my cycle. It's just a bad one. And I haven't had a lot of like hormonal things with my cycle in a long time. So, I mean, it happens. And it was just, I was annoying myself. Like, it was totally driving me crazy. And I had, like, instead of like going on the whole like extreme part of the spectrum of like overeating and just giving into everything, I just did not have any desire to even eat. I didn't have much desire to like get off the couch after I got home from work. It was just that bad, where I just wasn't even wanting to engage in social media. I wasn't wanting to engage in my comments on my videos. I just didn't want to do anything. And I am starting to kind of come out of that. My period is still kind of like lingering. It's like towards the end, so it'll probably be over today. And I kind of feel myself starting to come out of that until I did my weigh-in this morning. And I knew I was going to be up. I knew I could feel it. Like, I feel still, I'm so bloated. I am just really inflamed. I think I have not been drinking my water because, again, I just couldn't be bothered, you know. I haven't been taking my supplements I've been wanting to take. I'm not sleeping well because I wasn't taking my sleeping supplements. I just couldn't be bothered to do anything this week. And when I got on the scale and I plugged that number in, I couldn't remember where I was beginning of February. I plugged that number in and I realized it's the exact number that I was February 1st. And it just put me right back into that emotional like craziness, which, you know, I need to dig deep. I always tell you guys, dig deep for a positive. You need to dig deep sometimes if you feel like you've had a really bad week. So I'm looking at it like, okay, let's get the positive nuggets out of February. So I did gain 1.2 this week, which put me, like I said, back to where I was February 1st. And I was thinking, I still have a whole week left. I really don't. I mean, we're looking at February 25th right now. I look at my calendar because I did not mark off a few things. I had to look at my tracker and stuff. So we're gonna, you know, let's just do a really quick wrap up. I have to start work. I know I always say that. It's like, yes, I do have to start work. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So let's just talk about this last week. Again, like I said, you know, my body thrives on getting enough calories in, getting enough protein in. And so it's kind of the opposite of where people just like, they just don't eat and they lose weight. For me, I don't eat and I gain weight, unless it's like you have the stomach flu or something like that and you do have, you know, something coming out. In this case, I just wasn't drinking my water, so I'm severely still pretty bloated and pretty inflamed feeling. I haven't been taking any of my supplements. I haven't been moving, so I think that's another reason why I'm feeling a lot of inflammation, because I have not been doing my movement. But let's talk about the first part of this month, where I did do really good. So, you know, my goals for the month of February, because I want to end this on a positive note. I want to look at the positive things I've gained from the month of February, where, you know, even though the scale did not reflect anything, I maintained. That's the first thing. I maintained. I did not have a plus sign in front of the number for the month of February. We had a maintain. So that's the first positive part. The other thing is, I said I wanted to daily track. Okay, I did pretty good with my tracking. There was literally only 1, 2, 3 days, and I could go back and track yesterday. There's 3 days that I did not track this month so far, and we still have, of course, 4 days left. So I did pretty good with the daily tracking. Closing the rings 20 days. Now, we did not even really come close to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it did worse this month than last month. However, I did say I wanted to do 10 days of strength training and do my goal movement of 125%, which is on my Apple Watch, 10 days. So we did do 11 days of strength training and 11 days of doing my 125% movement goal. So what I did not meet to be able to close my rings that many days was like the standing on other days. So actually, no, I have 14 days of strength training and 14 days of movement. So I did really good on those. And the fact that I did for 14 days out of 24 so far in this month, we're on the 25th day right now, out of 24 of this month, to do 14 days out of that of doing some sort of strength training from 0 to 14 days. So that right there is a huge win for this month. And here's another thing, which don't tell anybody because y'all know I don't like working out. I kind of missed it this last week that I didn't do it. But honestly, I was, first a lot of cramping. It was very, I don't want to get too TMI, but it just was not good for me to be doing any working out. And I just wasn't into it. Like I knew that I may hurt myself trying to use weights and just not being into it. But I did kind of miss it, mainly because I missed how it made my body feel and I missed how it made my mind feel. If I go through just another one of these emotional things, I'm going to force myself to do the workout because it really does make, I think it's endorphins, is that what it is? It makes some kind of like, it really does help and it just kind of does get you into a better mood. So I did kind of miss it. I feel like that's a win that I missed it on the days that I didn't do it. And the movement goal, I was so motivated by getting that 125%, so motivated by it. I would look at my watch constantly and then look and see, and it's like, oh, I need to get up and move around. Except for this last week. Like I said, I just couldn't be bothered this last week. So I feel like there's so many positives that came out of this month of February that I don't want to dwell too much on the fact that I did not have a 6-pound loss like I did in January. I had a 6-pound loss in January. That was excellent. And I really wasn't doing much besides just working the program and just trying to get back into it. So I think that was just a lot of changing my mindset and everything. This month was about getting movement in and getting strength in. So I just was not as focused on getting all those good foods in. And that's why I kind of, what I'm doing for March for my goals, I want to do some more like food focused type things. So I've actually still kind of working on my goals. I don't have my calendar done yet. I really did, the end of the month kind of snuck up on me. So the things that I know for sure I want to do, I told you guys this last week, I want to do some sort of step goal for myself. So I did look at my tracker and I typically get around 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day. I know it's not great, but I do work behind a desk for 8 hours a day. And then I do YouTube where I have to sit down and edit for, an hour a day. So it is very difficult to get up and move around. So I'm going to be doing 7,500 steps. That'll be my goal, to get 7,500 steps each day. Water. I have been doing terrible with water this month. That's the other thing. I know I didn't, last month it was a focus of mine. I feel like if I make water a focus, then I do tend to drink it better. So I am going to add water to my list of goals. I'm putting activity back on there, but I'm going to change it up because I feel like I use my bike as activity way too often, and that's what I did last month in January. I want to actually say I'm going to do a workout video, which will help me get my steps and it'll help me get the strength training in. I will also still be doing my bike because it is good for my knees, but I want to actually say I'm going to do some sort of workout video. And then as far as the food goals, I want to do something with vegetables. So I know I have not been eating enough vegetables, haven't been getting enough, I've been eating quite a bit of fruit, but I just have not been getting the vegetables in, and I feel like I am just really kind of craving that and lacking that. And I mean, I did pretty good, a few weeks out of a couple weeks out of this month when I was doing a lot of cauliflower rice, trying not to eat as much, pasta. I was telling you, not as many low carb tortillas, those kind of things. But I want to get more vegetables in, so I'm going to do some sort of goal with vegetables. And I want to do one other food goal, and I'm thinking that it's going to be I'm not sure yet. I do want to do something else with food goal. I mean, I know I need to make sure I'm tracking, but I don't think I need to put that as a goal this month because I've been doing fairly well with the tracking part. So I don't know, I may add on to it, but for now I'm going to do something with veggies. And that may be all I do. Maybe I'll just say I want to have, make sure I'm getting veggies in at least 2 meals and 1 snack. Just because it's hard for me to get vegetables in for breakfast because I don't have time to make like an omelet every day because I'm usually rushing out the door to get to the office. But if I can say I want veggies in at least 2 meals and 1 snack, I think that'll get me, at least kind of get some sort of like food goal in there. So yeah, there we go. Those are my March goals: 7,500 steps, water, activity, workout video. Let's say 20 days because we did it 14 days this month. So we can do 20 days. We're gonna do 20 days and then veggies in at least 2 meals and 1 snack. Now I do have a little bit of advantage this week. I have a week off in March for spring break since we do follow kind of a school schedule. So I do have a week off, which hopefully I can, really work on a lot of those things. So anyhow, there we go. There's our month of February wrap up. Like I said, I'm just trying to glean the positive out of it. Let me know how you guys did for the month of February. Let me know what some of your March goals are. And maybe I can add something on there if you can think of another maybe food goal. But I think the veggies is something that is really I'm going to focus on. I may put my supplements on there. That's just a lot of stuff to make sure I'm doing every day. But I may add that on there because I really do want to focus on, just helping with this inflammation, helping with, getting my sleeping and all of that on there. But we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to work up my calendar this weekend so I can have it ready to go on Wednesday. So I guess Wednesday is the first day of March. But we still have a few more days. So, I'm going to get through this weekend and maybe I can get a loss, maybe just a little bit of a loss for February. We'll see what we can do by Tuesday. I'll let you guys know in my next weigh-in check-in video if I ended up having, what my bottom line number was. I'll weigh in on Tuesday just to weigh in and just to let you guys know what my actually February loss, hopefully loss. We're not going to gain. We're going to be positive about this, what my loss is for the month of February. We'll give you a check-in, but let me know how you guys are doing so far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.